Hey, good evening. Welcome to Let's Talk. And tonight, Dwayne and myself we'll be discussing Power Book 4, Season 2, Episode 9, recap review show. I don't know, it just seems like we ain't been on it for a long time. I guess that 1 week kind of threw me off
Yeah,
of
for
not
sure.
being on. Supporting gaming, I see you. I see you. Make sure you hit that like button, supporting gaming, trigger that algorithm. So it's been a couple weeks since we've been on, Keisha, Dwayne, and myself. And Power Book 4, Episode 9, Season 2. What's up, Wayne?
Not much, man. One more to go. I gotta be honest. I'm kind of glad there's one more to go. As the season has gone on, I've lost my zeal for it or whatever. Um, wasn't in love with this episode. It's just, and I know it's TV made for TV dramas, but I just don't. Tommy wouldn't be able to move like this in Chicago in real life. And that's the
Hmm.
that's the thing. That's the problem I have with it. Like he just showing up to funerals, trying to conduct business. He
With
just
cartels, with a representative of a cartel.
yeah, man.
Yeah.
Like I don't know.
One of the things, and I know that we never try to run on shows and compare them. Um, and definitely with the other power shows, and then us doing the shy, and we understand they have to stretch it, make it a drama, but it's just been real dry and bland. They had, in my
Hmm.
opinion, and I'm not trying to do a wrap up show of the season right now, but we've had, I think, episode 4 or 5 might have been the best episode, and the rest was like, man, this particular episode, it just, the whole stuff about the parole officer, uh, him and Diamond and Tommy's relationship, Tommy just finding out. Now Tommy has to go through a lawyer who has clone phones. Tommy gives these phones out. The feds put a new tracker on his phone, so that's how they find out. I mean, Tommy knew it was Vic. Like that whole scenario where the guy got killed, the agent got killed, and just because Vic killed him in front of him, Tommy ain't slow. Tommy done been through it all. Like in doing this show, they tried to rebrand Tommy to be something that he's not. Tommy's not an overthinker. He's not as callous as a businessman as Ghost used to be. And it's like we knew Tommy for eating. We knew Tommy for his slick comments, his dry humor, his cancel Christmas. But Tommy had no problem killing you. The whole thing with dragging it on with Claudia, that's not Tommy. That's not the Joseph Sikora of the show that the fans watch. And you changing his character to be something that's not
Mm.
true. Then
Yeah,
you have this disgusting. I never thought I would ever say this ever in my life. Ever. I never saw heterosexual sex look so awkward on TV. It's not like we were watching Pornhub. We were watching TV with two actors. But it looked so forced, so
mm.
awkward. that this female, who is part of the LGBT community in real life, was in a sex scene with her ex from the show, and it looked it like you were literally, and for a lack of better words, put a screw in a square hole. Awkward. And Dwayne, when you said to me during the show, and you called me, and you were laughing like, "Yo, I feel so uncomfortable," and I didn't realize how bad it was. It was bad acting, bad chemistry. I mean, she has no, and I think she's a tremendous actress. She really does well and takes on the roles, but she has no sexual appeal to her from a man to a woman point of view. And then to throw this in there from one scene, he's telling her he's going to tell if she bends the rules to get Tommy. And then the next scene, you have them alone together. He's bending her over a desk. Like, what are we doing here, folks? Just bad TV. I don't know about all the other fans and supporters of the show, but I know us three didn't like it. Keisha even sent them sentiments to me herself. Like, it just was awkward. It was awkward. It was strange. It was weird. It was just, in my opinion, you guys, a bad scene. Not like I like any other scenes.
Mm.
Usually they're showing something that's very bussy-ish, for lack of better words. But I'm just, you don't, I don't know. This could be my age. Tell me.
Could be.
You don't have to
Could be.
show sex to have a good show.
No, you don't.
Sometimes you don't need sex. You could have a show that's no sex, and I know most people that's younger of a certain age, they don't even remember when hip hop had no cursing. You could have a show with no sex and no cursing, and the show be knocking out the park. Like, you don't need to do this. This, like, supporting game. This Stacey Dre was clearly uncomfortable. Clearly, you could see it, and I know she's trying to keep her job, keep her money rolling in. And I don't knock nobody for what they try to do with their bread, but I do think that if you don't want to compromise your values and integrity, but come on,
Yeah.
it was just a bad scene.
Yeah.
And then you have Jannard on this drug head thing, and then you just got him looking crazy. He don't even get fresh like he used to. They got him wearing these button hats and just weird old cars. Like, one thing about this show that always amazes me, right? And definitely when it comes to Tommy, if we want to compare this to any other show, even Power Book 2, Tariq, you knew, was doing what he had to do to get out of his situation. So you knew the underlining plot to each story. Power Book, the original Power, you knew Ghost was a drug dealer who was in the game trying to get out. Raising Kanan, you see the rise of how Kanan became who he was, and you're trying to understand it, and you understand the story. Everybody's still waiting for Breeze. That's a disclaimer. But then you got this, where Tommy just want to be a drug dealer of Chicago. Nobody, and I don't know a lot of people, I'm just speaking from guessuation. Nobody that's in that life doesn't have an end game. Nobody wants to be the biggest drug dealer ever, and nobody thinks like that. They doing what they do, right, wrong, or indifferent, and they just doing it. He wants to be this big time drug dealer from New York in Chicago. He wants to take over the whole city.
It's just, I don't know that this man would be able to be making these moves that they're saying he's making.
Hold on. I got another one for you, bro. Last week, he makes reference to Maria that he's willing to kill her brother. She said, looks at him crazy and says, "No, I don't want you to kill my brother." This woman was raised Mexican, whatever. Familia is everything. Family is important. This woman didn't cry or nothing at her grandmother's funeral. This woman was in a meeting with her grandmother and brother where they said, well, her brother clearly said, "I'm going to kill Tommy." And she went back and told Tommy, and she didn't say her nothing to her brother and her grandmother. She just chose, as Keisha said, she chose that penis over her family. It make sense. You're not making no sense. It's not going to happen. Even if she felt that way, she would have told Tommy, "Let's get all that." And she made reference to it, but they didn't go through with it. She should have said, "Look, get this money and let's run." She didn't say that. And then you come back with the scene where her grandmother was blown up. You took us through all the spin. You knew the guy was in charge of her grandmother, so you knew he was working with the Serbs. It don't make sense and it's bad TV. You as a fan, you as a consumer, you as whether you watch however you watch Stars, you deserve better.
Yeah, it's pretty bad, man. I'm tired of Shawnee. I'm tired of her.
It's
I'm
it's
tired.
it's she's making reference to killing Diamond to Jannard. He just rode a doe. He just ride or died with his brother for 15 years. Held CBI down. Now she done snuck in there and seen how Jannard has Tommy Diamond has made Jannard feel. But at the end of the day, you taking his loyalty and thinking he's gonna cross his brother. And if you get a little bit of the glimpse of the background, you know that Diamond has always felt as though he had to take care of his little brother. So you know, I don't know where anybody thought that Jannard would ever cross Diamond. We know what's gonna happen. We know where this is landing. She either gonna be with Claudia, riding around with Claudia, being the enemy, or she gonna be getting killed next week. We know where it's going. It's
I think Shanti is the one that's gonna get killed. You know, somebody gonna get killed next week.
yeah. And the whole Vic thing, Dwayne, and I'll be honest with you. I'll be honest with our audience. The actor that plays Vic, he's really a good actor, you guys. He's not a bad actor.
Yes,
Well, he
Anthony.
got the
Yeah,
Asian lawyer. He got the Asian lawyer through Diamond, but he met her through Diamond. Remember when Diamond said, "I got somebody for you?" But it seemed like Tommy is closer to it than Diamond is. So you mean to tell me, after all of the thing, like you said, Anthony, she done told him it's Vic. She would have called Diamond first and been like, look, Diamond, look, I told Tommy who it is. It's this phone. She would have felt more loyal to Diamond. Who is Tommy to be coming to this town with all this clout? Now, granted, if they would have gave us some of Tommy's background, some of his family's background in Chicago, we could have understood. Me and Dwayne have always said, well, maybe his mother could have been related to the Flins. Maybe it could be a connection. They never decided to go down that angle. So we're going to base what we say and see off of what they've given us. We can't even use our imagination with this bullshit.
they have nothing for JP to do all season. This thing with him
In
and
the previews, they got it like him and Tommy is going to have this confrontation over Darnell. Like, what are we doing here? He's so loyal to Tommy. Tommy done bought him a new bar. Like, they never even explored, like, why did Kate leave? Even though she was a kid herself. And and Keisha and myself have been trying to go down this Kate issue. And I know Dwayne is like, well, what y'all see? I don't see shit there now. Because these writers are full of shit. You know, they got Robert Townsend there helping out writing, doing episodes. And they even had no, he was in, Mario Van Peebles was doing Raising Canaan, but they got Robert Townsend, and it's like, with all due respect for y'all craft, this is bad TV. Courtney Kemp needs to come back and get her baby because it's sinking fast. It's sinking faster than the Titanic. For anybody that may have lost somebody in the Titanic, I'm sorry, but I have to use that reference. This shit is sinking fast. They got my buddy going off screen. Then you got bombastic episode. We're just gonna go through some of these comments. Maria is a simp for
yo,
choosing
she gave
Tommy,
up
who
on
she
her
only
whole
met.
family, yo.
Yeah, and
She
and
gave up her whole
and
family.
and you know what's important in gaming?
Listen. If you saying she giving up her whole family for somebody that ended the game, you may understand it. He's in the game.
Yeah,
Like what the?
and it's clearly he's a physical threat to her brother. She ain't gonna. You mean to tell me she gonna let this dude, this as they say, gringo, come around? And now all of a sudden she's super in love with him. She was just fucking a doctor. Let's be honest. Let's go.
Yeah. What's my man name? Che? Is that the man's name? Che
Yeah.
or something? First he loves Tommy's like, I like him, the way he goes about his business.
He
Now he
says
gotta know his
Courtney
place.
Kemp can stay on Netflix. Well, I'll tell you one thing supporting gaming. Dwayne and myself and Keisha, we watch a lot of Netflix. We ain't seen her or Shonda Rhimes in Netflix yet. We ain't
Only
seen
thing
nothing over
Shonda
there.
did was that Bridgerton or whatever.
Yeah. Oh yes. Yes, supporting gaming. Yes. JP's acting. He's from stage.
Theater actor.
He's a theater actor. We know what he got. You, with all due respect, y'all may think this is funny what I'm about to say. Do you hear his voice? How clear he talks and how on the ear. JP's voice, Anthony Flemington's voice is amazing. Amazing.
He should be doing voiceovers on commercials.
Yes. Amazing. You cast him as a gay man who lost his family because he chose to be gay. Like, where are we going with this? You're destroying him. And then his father, who played Sonny in The Shy, is a Chicago legend in acting. I can't even remember his name. You know how you got the local actors? We're not from Chicago, but he's a local actor from Chicago. Chris Lofton, we all remember from a lot of shows, even as a kid. Chris Lofton, tremendous actor. Knocking his role out, but where are we going now?
Chris Lofton was in Hardball.
Yes.
Think about that.
20-something years ago.
I mean, so now we know Diamond could kill fast or slow, huh? He could slice a brother's neck or
With
he
a
could
straight
choke
razor.
him.
Now listen. I usually wear a bald head when my hair is not growing. I know people that cut their hair with a straight razor, cut their face done. Straight razors and their straight razor barbers, old school, and their clients are very close because you could kill them. But I never seen no shit like that.
And
And
then,
I know it was an episode ago. Like
yeah, but I said that to
now y'all
say
got him as Jet Li Diamond.
so I say that to say now he choking somebody out in Lake Superior.
Yeah. With all due respect, now, hold up, Dwayne. Hold up. You sent Jannard to go get dude. Jannard get dude. Y'all roll up on him. Jannard, why are you breaking it up? Why are you trying to stop him? You knew he was going to be killed. He was trying to send your brother back to the penal system. Come on. We deserve better. As consumers of shows, we deserve better. And I'll tell you guys, I have no problem with being transparent to you guys because y'all support us and y'all tune into our review show. The only reason why we continue doing these reviews like this is because it's only 10 episodes. It's a couple other shows that are really knocking out the park right now. Irrational is knocking it out the park right now. What's the other show, Dwayne? Found, knocking out the park right now. Like, come on.
There it is.
We do these shows because it infuses with a lot of the quote unquote urban culture. And because, Power was good. I'll be honest with y'all. Power, let's go back to the original Power. Season 1, the reason why Power didn't pick up until season 2, they didn't show 50 to the end. Y'all know season 10, episode 10. But season 1, they set the table perfect. You seen who the players was. And then they came out with knockout blows. Boom, 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 boom. Uppercut, boom, boom. This shit ain't set no table. Ghost, from what we know, Ghost and Tasha told on Katie, right? So for us, he was a rat. He was a piece of shit. But he was the most lovable character in the Power universe.
Mm-hmm.
Come on, y'all. We deserve better than this, man. Diamond is the next Blade with the knives. Yeah, Anthony. Yeah, absolutely. Power Book 2 and Raising Kanan are way better than Force. I feel bad for Joe Sikora. Joe Sikora is what you call a great lead, a great supporting actor.
I don't think he could be a lead, man.
Leading is not his forte, and there's nothing wrong with that. There's a lot of actors who've made a lot of money. I personally don't think I love Samuel L. Jackson. I don't think Samuel L. Jackson's a great lead. Supporting actor, Samuel L. Jackson is a problem. Supporting actor. But lead, I just don't think he is. A lot of people can't get on the same screen with Denzel. But if you
I
saw
don't know.
Fences, you saw what Hornsby did in Fences with Denzel. Hornsby's a great lead actor, great supporting actor. So you have a lot of actors like that way. It's just bad TV, you guys. I'm not. I know a lot of people that do recap review shows. They say what they say and they see what they see. But sometimes we have to call these writers out on this bullshit that they're selling
Yo,
us.
I hate Claudia's girlfriend. Get rid of her. Somebody kill her, please.
I have the money for you, Clotty. This is going to change your world.
I've loved you since we were
Since we
young.
kissed at 9 years old. Come on.
Get her out of here.
Come on. You already know, Claudia. I don't know what they trying to do to Shanti, but unfortunately, because we watch enough shows, you see it's a sexual tension there with Ashanti and Claudia. Claudia wants to bust her ass. Claudia will have
Shanti ain't gonna let it happen.
Claudia don't want to have sex with the girl that like her because it don't serve her interest. Her volunteering the money, Claudia ain't thinking about that girl. Claudia likes the action, the spice. She wants some of that mocha booty.
She wants Shanti.
Joseph Sikora should be a main character on book 2 for now. Now he can't even go to book 2 because honestly, Braden is better than Braden has taken over the best supporting actor in this show.
I mean, I think they just. I don't know, man.
Force could be better. Force could be better if you get into Diamond. You're right. If you get into Diamond's background, but at the end of the day, like I said, we have to understand that these shows, particularly the other three, they had a plot, an underlining plot that was there at all times. What is the underlining plot? That Tommy wants to be a big drug dealer, take over Chicago? It's not practical. It's not real. It's not real. Him and Ghost was from Queens. And they was moving about in Manhattan. They left, what would they always say in Original Power? The old neighborhood, the old neighborhood. You know why? Because they left. They were willing to leave their old neighborhood to go somewhere else and do what they do. So you mean to tell me he going to be in Chicago? Toting? Even when you go back to the Original Power, they had Rolo. They had Ruiz. They had people that they knew from the old neighborhood that they still dealt with. They outgrew Queens. They get to Chicago, and this fucking guy is like the man? Come on. We deserve better. We
And
deserve better.
He became the most wanted man in Chicago.
And then I know y'all tired of hearing it because Dwayne been saying it since last year. Tommy Egan. They say his whole name. Like they know this guy. And then dumbass Stacy from last episode of 8. I know a man that faked his death in New York. If you got proof that he faked his death, lock him up. Like, come on. Even my cat don't like this shit. Gotta do better, y'all.
Yeah, I wasn't happy with the episode, man. Because in the end, Shanti gonna make Gerard pick. He gonna be like, I'm sorry, baby. I can't go against my brother. And he gonna be the one to kill her.
Yeah. Yeah. Because we already know Jannard at the end of the day, he couldn't pull that trigger on Tommy because he knew it would hurt Diamond. And if you look at Jannard, really is not a, which is crazy. They always do it. They always give us a bad side of a character to make us not like characters. Jannard is not a bad character. Jannard wanted to prove to his brother that he could hold it down while he was in jail, and he did that. My whole thing is Diamond. They got Diamond as this selective, laid back dude who's not really want to be in the game, but in the game. Like, what's Jannard? You just did it. You just gave these people a decade and a half of your life. Where are you going with this, Jannard? You at all people know ain't no retirement parties for the game. Give us something. You you make the situation awkward now because you done killed the chick that they had lined up for you, the journalist. They took her off the show. Like, what are they doing? Then they bring this other chick. Her son get killed. Her baby father's dead now. Where y'all going? At least you could have played it like she was a good girl and she already knew who he was and she was, trying to get him to knock her boots. At least they could have said, like, she could have been the one to be like, look, I want to be with you. I don't want to be in this situation, but you got to leave the game alone. Make it conflicting.
Why is Tommy the big fish?
How did Tommy become the big fish and they know that Miguel is part of a cartel? Gotta do better, y'all. They gotta do better.
And I'm disappointed in the Miguel character, man. Leading into the season, they made him seem like he was just some stone cold, ripping people's face off every chance he got. His characters, they weakened the character with him needing insulin shots and stuff. Like, why they need that in there?
Then the Maria thing at the end. He don't even Maria all of a sudden not showing her grandmother and him love. It's just I say this and me and Dwayne talk about this. When you guys watch the shows, a lot of times you'll see scenes that don't add up. Like they did something wrong with editing. Me and Dwayne always mention it to each other when we talk about it. Maria not having love for her grandmother and her brother with the switch is a problem. Culturally, you guys that grew up with Latinos, y'all know for a fact that's not gonna happen.
Not gonna happen.
It's gotta be something real. And I know every culture is different, but Mexicans? And she, like Dwayne said, it ain't like they're not in the game. It ain't like the family is goody two shoes or Tommy goody two shoes and she wanna be left alone. Tommy doing business. Tommy showing up at a funeral for her grandmother and go straight to the quote unquote distro or plug.
Yeah.
And then the guy all of a sudden he feel as though Tommy being disrespectful. But Tommy wasn't being disrespectful at your daughter's event.
That's what I'm saying. It's too many inconsistencies, man.
Tommy enforces just Tariq and Ghost recycled. Everyone want to take him down instead of the actual threats, Miguel and the Tejadas. Lazy. It's a brother I follow on TikTok. His name is Cuss Creep. Very interesting brother. I love his reviews. I haven't seen any of his Power Book 2 reviews, but you know what he always says when he sees a Power review and he does his reviews on TikTok? He calls it lazy writing.
Mm.
And that's what it is. It's lazy writing. Like, come on, you're not giving us nothing. They're making it seem like Maria is a psychopath.
I don't know about that.
Another thing with Maria. Out of all people, Stacy telling her, ask Tommy about Lakeisha. They would have known if Stacy would have looked in Tommy's file, she'd have seen his name affiliated with Ghost. She would have said, ask Tommy about Ghost. Ask Tommy about Tasha.
And why you bringing D-Mac back?
Yes. You bringing D-Mac back specifically because you're trying to write in the script something that's going to put a wedge between JP and Tommy. Diamond should have punched Tommy in the face for trying to make. Yes, yes. If you notice when they came out, Diamond told him like, "Yo, that could have went to other." If you notice, even if Tommy is doing what he want to take over Chicago, right? It's a nature and order of business wherever you go. Men move accordingly, right? So if I go see Anthony, I'm not from Anthony's area. Me and Anthony go. I'm gonna assume the position. I'm gonna move the way Anthony telling me how to move. I see a chick, Anthony might know the chick, and he might be like, "Nah, chill, don't. She from a side of town I don't get along with. You gotta watch her. She a bird, as we say." Supporting gaming. I go with you somewhere. You be like, "Nah." Tommy literally goes against everything Diamond tells him to do in Chicago.
Everything.
And he's dealing with Maria? And Jannard knows he's dealing with Maria? Come on, y'all. We deserve better, fellas.
Yeah, so I get episode of 2.5.
I give the episode a 1. And they only get a 1 for the film that they filmed the episode on. Bad acting from good actors, I believe, decent actors. I think this episode was trash. I'm not ready to rate the season right now, but it's trending down. I think they could do better. I expect better. 55 minutes wasted on an early Friday morning, late Friday afternoon. It just hasn't been worth it. And I'm very disappointed in the writers. I'm very disappointed in a series, whether we realize it or not. Power was supposed to parlay into 3 separate shows that had something to do with the Power universe. Raising Kanan really is not a Power universe show. That's just a backdrop and it's part of it now. So this was supposed to be a spinoff of regular Power was supposed to spin off to 4 shows. Let's say 4. They scrapped 1. This one is hanging on by a thread. Raising Kanan, y'all all know, if they don't show Breeze this season, the fans are going to go crazy. Power Book 2 with Tariq and Braden, where did they drive off to? They have nothing. They have no money. So we know where that's going to end. They got to go come see Uncle Tommy eventually. So I say that they literally, the writers, Courtney, 50, whoever's doing this, whoever's behind this now, because Courtney's supposedly left, she's not the showrunner no more. They've destroyed these shows. These shows, and y'all know, when Power was on, if Sunday, you couldn't go on social media Monday. You could not go. Let's just say for us of a certain age, you could not go on Facebook that Monday or directly after Power on Sunday. If you watch Sunday Night Football and you didn't watch Power, and you went on Facebook right after to talk about football, you see somebody spoiler alert in the little thread, and they start talking about Power, and then you have to unfollow or block the person.
Right.
They've lost it. They've lost their way. We have a lot of Power Book groups on Facebook, and I think a lot of people in them groups, for lack of better words, they caping. Like, if you got to say something good so you can get in good graces with the writers so they can give you a shout out, because everybody clout chases. It's just a matter of what and who you clout chasing for. But clout chase with some damn integrity. This shit is ass.
Yeah, it's bad.
Oh, Anthony said, Dwayne, did you take the cover of your drink so you won't advertise it on here? Yeah. Yeah, no free advertising.
Yeah, get the label off.
Force is getting canceled, no doubt. Didn't even get renewed yet in advance like the other spinoffs. That's usually a telltale sign.
Good point. I could see Tommy going back Helping Tariq. Oh, I gotta go back to New York now. My nephew need me.
And you can't bring Two-Bit in. You can't bring Two-Bit to Chicago. And the
And
reason why,
Kate gonna be like, we're going back to New York.
yeah, you can't you can't bring Two-Bit because Two-Bit won't trust Diamond. The way Two-Bit is, he won't trust Diamond. And he gonna want to get money. Two-Bit gonna want to get money. Two-Bit's a street dude. He's in the mix type of guy. So with that, like I said, I'm giving it a 1. You guys in the chat, let us know your ratings. Dwayne's giving it 2.5. Let me look at my phone. Keisha might have texted me a rating. Keisha did not like the episode for you guys in the chat too. She thought it was TRASH.
The best part of this episode, best part of this season, is the eye candy of Maria. It's the only thing that's keeping me in there. I like the way she looked.
Two-Bit's character is wasted. You're right. No, Keisha didn't text me.
Yeah, man. So that's it. We got one more episode of this, and then December 1st you'll have
Raising Canaan.
Raising Canaan.
Yeah. Anthony gave it a
Which, if you
1.5.
look at,
I went back to watch Power Book episode 1.
but if you look at the coming attractions the trailers for the season, I like the whole Rock and Kanan being at odds angle. I like that.
It was bombastic episode. Miguel's grandmother is proof. Supporting Gamer said, but seriously, it's a 6.
Oh. Oh.
With that, when is Power Book? Oh, Raising Canaan is coming December 1st, so we already know that probably Power Book 2 probably won't be coming back till April.
Mm.
Well, but for those that watch the Shy is not coming back till January 24th.
Probably more with 2 because they still got to put BMF in there.
Yeah. So with that, you guys, appreciate you guys for showing up, showing out for us. Remember, like, share, subscribe, tell a friend, tell a friend. And until next week, hopefully all 3 of us will be here next week. Supporting Gaming said I might give it a 7 if I were supporting 7. Supporting Gaming. Stop it. But anyway, appreciate you guys as always, man. The reliables, the ones who always show up. We know Nicole, the Price, the rebroadcast. Until then, you guys take care and have a great night.